Sorry, I haven't been on YouTube for a while. I kind of got, I don't want to say in like a slump, but for like a period of time I just wasn't feeling very motivated. Like I had a lot going on in my life, but with all that being said, we're back. I'm super excited. We're gonna do a reading vlog of Alchemised. Wait, I'm kind of nervous. This is like my most anticipated read of the year, and also my most intimidating, because why does a book need to be this big? Like, it scares me, but I know it will be such like an amazing read. Wait, I want to actually check how many pages. 1024 pages, guys. I have no words. So I'm literally going into this completely blind. The only things I do know is that the author was actually a Wattpad writer, and she wrote like this Hermione and Draco from Harry Potter, like a fan fiction of that. And this is kind of like the revitalized version of that. So obviously it got traditionally published, and she can't use any of the names in the Harry Potter series, obviously, but I think it still has some similarities from the previous like fanfiction it was based on. So I'm excited to see if I notice anything like that. The second thing I do know about this book is it's traumatic. Like, that's something I hear a lot. Like, people say this book is traumatizing to the point where they don't think they could ever reread it again, but it's like one of their favourite books, if that makes sense. And something you guys should know about me is I love a sad book. I'm not sure about traumatizing, but I do love to cry. So if this book can make me do that, and I'm hoping it's a 5-star read. I'm excited but scared. Okay, so after just starting the book, I'm on page 10 currently, like in the middle of chapter 1, and from what I've gathered, so we have our main female character, Helena, and she's been in this tank, like her body's been stuffed in this tank for 14 months, and they have only just found her, and they're shocked that she's still alive, essentially. And so far they're throwing like a lot of terms around. So they said that there was a war, I'm assuming 14 months ago, and they killed all the resistance leaders, which I assume she was part of the resistance or something. And there's some magic in the world where there are these necromancers, and during this, it was called a culling. So during this culling of executions, the necromancers like reanimated the dead like resistant leaders and almost like used their body to kill more people part of the resistance. I mean, it is really interesting. I'm really confused though, because obviously from our main female character's point of view, we haven't been told a lot of information. We're only understanding what has happened from the woman who has captured and told her, basically. So we don't know anything that Helena knows yet. So it is kind of like we're in the same boat as her. Like, we're told all this information and we're like, geez, like what happened before all of this? But 10 pages in and I'm already hooked, guys. Like, I think this is going to be one of those books though that takes up a lot of brain power. So I do have some caffeine here, so hopefully this brain will not let me down. I feel like this is also the perfect weather to be reading this book because England. So it turns out the woman that's holding her captive currently is a vivimancer, which they say is the necromancy's inverse twin. So meaning that she can control and use powers on the living rather than the dead. I feel like this is going to be a lot of world building, but I'm kind of here for it. The woman just found out that Helena's mind or memory has been blocked, like what they called a vivimancer basically has warped her mind so that she can't remember certain things. And this is super rare for like anyone to have the power to even do to a living being. So I'm wondering what was so bad that the person had her memories altered. Also, I feel like I'm going to get confused in this book a lot because they are like currently right now just info dumping me right now. So I'm like, I'm trying to pay attention, but if I forget anything, like I'm trying my best. So apparently there's this element called Lumithium, which bounds the 4 elements of air, water, fire and earth together, and in that binding then creates resonance, which was used as a gift by one of the gods to elevate humanity. So basically, resonance was used for channeling the alchemy of metals, which allows for transmutation and or alchemization. However, it could also be corrupted and used to enable vivimancy or necromancy. So I'm assuming that there's like quite a big divide in this world of there being vivimancers and necromancers. And then on the flip side, I don't know if Helena's immortal or if she has some type of magic. I feel like that's why there was the resistance to try and bring down all these people and power down. And I'm assuming that's what happened. Book update time. I just finished chapter 2. So the High Necromancer has just appeared and they're kind of examining Helena's mind and they're thinking that, so the resistance group is called the Eternal Flame, and they're thinking that they altered her mind as she maybe has like a secret that they will kind of thing. So they're trying to examine her mind, seeing what they can do to kind of undo the vivimancy that's been put on it and the alteration that has been put on it. But, I've just met the High Reeve and okay, so I can see the resemblance now. Like obviously he's supposed to resemble Draco, and she knew him from school as well. And yeah, there is a lot of resemblance to Harry Potter because Helena's friend Luke was basically head of the resistance group, and he got killed. And obviously he's like supposed to be the representation of Harry Potter. So I guess it's almost like if Harry died and like Voldemort took control kind of thing. But obviously like that's the only resemblance like in this book. Like everything else is obviously a new concept because it's a lot about metals and alchemy magic, like using like the hierarchy of metals means the more power you have. So if like iron is your metal, like it's quite rare, but it's not as rare as like gold and stuff. So it's quite interesting in that. I quite like that in books. But yeah, also this is so out of context and has nothing to do with reading. But I wanted to know if anyone had any tips because I constantly always feel faint and dizzy. I know I have a really like low blood pressure, but I wanted to know if there's anything else I can do to try and kind of stop those dizzy spells. Like, I do have a problem with forgetting to drink water, so if that is like the main thing I should do, then I need to do that. But is there like, do I take iron tablets? Like, I don't know what to do, guys, but it's becoming a problem. I never used to feel faint, but I do now, like a lot of the time, so. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go and walk on my walking pad and try and get some steps in and read a little whilst I do that as well. I really want to show you guys my hyperfixation meal recently. It's like when I like something, I'll just have it on repeat over and over again until I'm sick of it. I just have like an addictive personality. So we've got Varia yogurt, got flax seeds, hemp seeds, chia seeds, goji berries, blueberries, pomegranates, banana, and then peanut butter on top. An update for you guys. I'm about to start chapter 9. I haven't read, like I've stopped reading a bit now just because, you know, like when it's taking a lot out of you to read, because it's quite like, I have to be in the right headspace for it. So I think I'm gonna pause for now and then maybe read some more before bed. But I am actually really, really enjoying the book. I love the way it's written, like, yes, it is like a bit confusing, but I think like the actual descriptions of the world and also currently, so I don't know if I told you, but she is currently staying with the High Reeve, which is the love interest. And they're staying at his house, which is basically like a huge manor, and like the descriptions of that is really cool as well. Like it definitely gives very gothic vibes, which I'm really enjoying, especially with the weather being so grim outside. Yeah, I haven't really seen, obviously, the High Reeve. Like they haven't had any cute moments together, and I doubt. What I'm thinking is gonna happen is, as time goes on, maybe that he will open up more and obviously not be so hostile and rude that he currently is being. Yeah, I just feel for Helena so much. Like, you just feel immensely bad for her and have such a strong, like if something bad happened to her, I genuinely don't know what I would do. Like, there was even some I know I'm not even so far along in the book. There was some points where I was reading her point of view and I was like, wait, why does this make me want to tear up? Like, I don't know, there's just something about her. But yeah, I think I'm gonna pause reading now. Also, I'm reading on my Kindle right now because I just thought maybe that might help me, because obviously the book is so fat. I feel like the more you read in a big book as well, the harder it is to see the words because they kind of get cut off a bit. So I thought, oh, I'll just get it on Kindle and read some on Kindle as well. Yeah, those are my thoughts currently. Is it too early to say that I'm obsessed with this book? Like, I can't put it down. It's so good. Because we're kind of slowly getting glimpses, little memories of her past. However, we haven't got like the full picture yet. But it's just been like a lot of the High Reeve, him just kind of going through her mind like every month trying to uncover more memories. And it's just so like, I don't know, I haven't felt this way about a book in a while. Like when you're so into a book that you're not thinking about something else, you're not thinking like, how long have I got left in this chapter kind of thing. Like I've just been flying through it. And yeah, also it's kind of got some elements of The Handmaid's Tale, because you've kind of been introduced to them wanting to repopulate. So similarly with The Handmaid's Tale, how they used handmaids to breed and to get children out of them, they're kind of doing that with all the prisoners, like all the resistance group that are in the prisons. Yeah, it just really reminded me of The Handmaid's Tale, because I remember when we read that part in school, so we read it for my English A-level, those parts literally traumatized me. Like I still have it like seared into my memory. Like morning guys, it's the following day. From when I last updated you, I didn't end up reading anymore, but I just looked in the physical book to see which page I was on, and it says I'm currently on page 194. Like I said last night, I'm really enjoying this book. Like I could see this being like a 4.5 star read currently, like at the place I'm at. It's really good and really addicting. Yeah, so I'm gonna sit here and read for a couple of hours. I've made myself this, like, it's Yorkshire like biscuity tea. I've really been into teas that have like a biscuit flavour, like the M&S shortbread tea. I am in love, truly. And no one else understands the hype. Like, none of my family like it, and I'm just like, how? It's just tea, but better. Like, it's elevated it. Yeah, outside actually looks pretty sunny today. Like, it's actually looking pretty sunny for the UK, so that's good. I've just come across this quote that I wanted to read to you guys. So, when she'd come to Spyfell, there was still something of that girl in her reflection. Now her face was no longer gaunt or her cheeks hollowed, and her eyes weren't sunken from exhaustion. Her colour had improved. Without a comb or ties for her hair, it hung loose, cascading past her elbows. Her bones barely jutted out. She looked healthy, pretty even, a Helena from a different life. But her eyes were dead. There was no fire in them. The spark she'd once regarded as the most intrinsic part of who she was had gone out. She was a vibrant corpse, hardly different from the necrophiles haunting Spyfall. Just reading that, literally, like, I just needed to share that with you guys because this actually makes me physically ill. So currently, right now, there's a massive party. I think it's for the spring equinox at Spyfall, and Helena's overhearing some of them talking about how they're doing the breeding with the alchemists with the alchemist prisoners, and the way they're just talking about these girls is actually vile. Like, they're all just laughing about how they're just want to punch them through the book, like. I haven't updated in a while, but I'm on part 2 now. And so now we're kind of getting some of her memories back. So it's like 4 years ago, and it's during the war, and we've seen a memory that actually Kane, the High Reeve, was a spy for the resistance. So actually he was on Helena's side, and during it he said that he basically gave up like valuable information to prove that obviously he was on the side with the resistance, the eternal flame. And then he said, I'll basically be a spy for you as long as I get like Helena and she meets me twice a week, blah blah blah. So everyone's like why do you want her, kind of thing. We still don't know like why, but I don't know, it's just interesting. Like, I didn't expect him to be a part of the resistance. Like, I don't know if it's like a ploy and he's just like, I'm assuming he's then just gonna backstab them, but no. Also, there was like, I was literally about to tear up because there was just a part like Kane, obviously 4 years prior to where he is now, was such like a different person. Like, you can tell that the war and what he was put through afterwards really took out with him, because he's like almost like a living corpse now, whereas back in the day, obviously, you could tell that even though he's still like keeps to himself, like a lot more youthful, and wasn't aware of all the damage that would soon happen to him. Like, I don't know, it just kind of made me emotional. But yeah, that's my update. I think I'm gonna read some more, but I also want to watch the new episode of Tell Me Lies. I love a toxic relationship, but only in a TV show. Anything in real life. I had to go into London today for work, so I managed to read on the train like there and back, and I'm on 61%. I've made like a little notes page of all my, like, what's happened, my thoughts. It's quite long, I'm not gonna lie, like. Okay, so as Kane is obviously a spy, when he gave the intel to Helena about when the High Necromancer, when he was gone, like, he gave it as a window for them to attack. Basically, because he was the only one there, the High Necromancer basically punished him, and it did something weird to his body, like experimented on him. So Helena had to treat him, and while she was treating him, so she wears like this amulet which has this metal inside. She has to wear it because of her being a healer, and she had to make this promise to the gods, essentially. So when she was treating him, she subconsciously like took the metal from the amulet, and it almost like liquefied, and it went into Kane's body, and he miraculously like got better, even though like he should essentially be dead, like it was that bad. And his hair is starting to turn silver, which we know in the future his hair is fully silver. So Oh yeah, and they had their first kiss, and then like usual in any like enemies to lovers, they're like, just forget about it kind of thing, you know. And then Lucas's aunt, Ilva, who's like the leader of the resistance, wants Helena to kill Farron. And this whole like thing about them using him as a spy has actually been a ploy, and it's all for her essentially to get revenge, because Cain is the one that killed Lucas's father, which is her nephew, I think. Helena managed to get her to agree, like, if I can get him to swear his loyalty to us in a month, then he won't be killed. Oh yeah, then something major happened, like during the war. So Lila got badly injured trying to save Luke, and then Luke is now missing, like he's been obviously taken by the, what are they called? Evil people? So Lila's twin is like, no, we need to get Luke back, like, we just have to. So they're planning a secret mission, like not telling the resistance leaders, like it's just with like their group of friends, and they're going to use the underground tunnels to get to like the evil people's prison, which they think is where Luke is being held captive. And this is the weird part, like they only know about these underground tunnels, because these are secret, by the way, because of another person in the resistance, Pernell, and she's giving like shadiness, like she was giving like Helen was like, I don't trust you kind of thing. And then making Helena join them, even though she's never like been a part of the actual war, like she's a healer. Like she's not very good in combat. They ended up doing it, and they actually found Luke, who was actually being experimented on, and it all these like black veins, like they're putting something in his body, and they have no time to like be like, the hell. So they literally just grabbed him and ran. So they're escaping back through the tunnels, but then they're stopped by the High Necromancer and like all of his, they're called chimeneras or something. They're basically like big, huge like demon wolf dog things. And then like all the necrophils and like the Undying, and they're all attacking Luke and all of his friends and Helena. Oh, this is the saddest part. So yeah, Pernell actually died, that girl that I was like shady about. So I don't think, like, I think she was actually good. She was just acting shady for no reason, but like, she ended up dying, and so did Soren. And Helena used Soren's body for the first time to reanimate it, so basically using his body as a puppet with her vivimancy and using magic in order to get him to fight the the things for Luke and get them all to safety. And that was really sad as well, the way it was written. Like he literally did it until he was like ripped to ribbons, like nothing left of him, like he was still fighting even though like all of this happened. And because she did that, the High Necromancer now knows that she has vivimancy and she can do necromancy, and he's like, so he literally grabs her, like stabs her through her ribs, okay? And breaks both her hands, which is like the worst possible thing to break as a healer, because that's obviously how they mend people. They use their hands to use the resonance through them. And whilst he's doing this, like you think, oh my god, she's about to die. But then Cain comes in, literally kills pretty much all the necrophils, all the chimeneras, like the wolf dogs, and I'm assuming he didn't kill the necromancer, but like injured him somehow. And now he's got Helena, took her to safety, helped all of her friends. And that's where I got to so far. Like honestly, reading this, I was like I'm only 61% through. What the hell is going to happen in the rest of the book? Like, I know this is the memories part as well, but I'm just in shock of what's going to happen that leads up to like where we basically start at the start of the book. Like, I told my mum about the book today, this morning, and she was literally like, wow, like, I could so see this being a film. And I was like, I know, but I think if they did a film of it, it's got to be very like similar to like Hunger Games and like those kind of films. Otherwise they're gonna butcher it, because I feel like there's so much plot, they can't miss out a single thing, you know? Like it's probably gonna have to be like a series, because there's that much detail that needs to be in. Anyway, that's all my thoughts. I'm back now, so I'm gonna make myself some food. Update time! Guys, look how far in I am. I'm actually proud of myself, because it normally takes me a while. Especially if it's a fat book like this, it takes me a while to get through. But because this book doesn't feel long. Like, I could happily read like another 1,000 pages of this book. Like, it's so entertaining. There's not one part where I'm like come on, get to it kind of thing. So that is a plus in my book. So I'm on chapter 59, like 740 pages in. Oh yeah, we got told a big piece of info. So Lila, she's pregnant with Luke's child, and Luke doesn't know, and Helena's helping her keep it a secret, and obviously Lila's not allowed to go fight at the front because, hello, there's a baby in her stomach, so she's having to lie for her. And then currently, just where I am in the book right now, there's been this big explosion, and Helena's been ordered to go to where this explosion is and help heal people. And the necromancers are wanting to use like all the people dead or injured in this bombing to use their bodies as more necrophils. So obviously she's like, hell no, like, we already have enough problems as it is. We don't need more people trying to kill us. So she's put them all into this lorry, like all the injured, all the dead, and everyone else there. And she's like ordered them to go back to... Why have I completely blanked on the name of where the resistance is? I can't think. But she's ordered them to go back there, and she's the last one there because she wanted everyone to be saved before she was. And as she's watching this lorry go by, there is a lorry coming the opposite direction, and it's driven by a necrophil, and it crashes straight into a lorry, meaning that everyone's probably dead. Guys, this book is so cheery. Like, if I didn't have mental problems before this book, I definitely do now. But it's okay, because hopefully our girl is okay. Actually, I don't know about that. Yeah, this is what I'm currently doing. Also, guys, this is so funny. So, my current bookmark is a bookmark I got in class 1 when I was like 4 years old. And it's a picture of me and all my classmates from like 2007. Guys, this bookmark is ancient. Guys, when I tell you I'm truly in shock, I'm not kidding. Okay, so loads of the people of the Resistance are dead, like big characters I'm talking about. And Luke is dead. Friggin' the High Necromancer has been using his body. And the High Necromancer, we just found out, is one of the gods. So he's literally like a millennia old. And he's been taking over Luke's body for God knows how long. And he's just stabbed his friend, tried to kill Helena, and then Helena decided to kill him, which hasn't really killed the High Necromancer, but has killed Luke. And all of this has just happened, and I'm in shock. Like, I knew when we rescued Luke from that surgery they were doing on him that like something was wrong, because they never really spoke about it again. They just said, oh, he's injured, he'll get better. Like, I was like, Then I just kind of forgot about it, and now, like, what are they gonna do? Because he's literally the leader, basically, of the resistance, and why everyone, like, has hope that they're gonna win. Now he's friggin' dead. Like, I'm assuming this is where it all went wrong, and why they got overturned. Also, it's freezing in this house. Like, we don't like have any heating, so I'm gonna get wrapped up warm. Guys, I actually just can't get over what I've just read. Like, that was the plot twist of the century, because I was not expecting that. And I look like a freaking egg right now. Yay! She's dead. Woo. Thank God he killed her ass. We've finally come to the end of this video. So I finished Alchemised last night, and this was an incredible read. Like, I don't think I've read anything like this book before. Like, it's nothing I can really compare it to, other than a bit of like the elements in The Handmaid's Tale. Really loved the end of the book. I just think it kind of like dragged on towards the end. Like, I wish we would have got a more in-depth like retelling of how Morag died. Like, I wanted to see that in person. But like, I guess then it would be like another 500 pages long. So I rated it 5 stars. It's my first 5-star of the year. I don't think I could ever see myself rereading again, just because of how, like, again, intense, traumatic it is. And I would search up like trigger warnings for some of them. But all in all, I had such a good time reading this. And I would highly, highly recommend. Now I get to keep this book as a trophy and put it on my shelf.